Hey guys, welcome back to Are You a Robot? I'm Wade, LordMinion777, and welcome to the game show where we determine if our panelists are robots by asking them news trivia questions. Not the best system in the world, but it's ours! This week we're talking about Grand Theft Avocados and double-headed space worms. Here to discuss these important topics are our panelists! First up, hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
Woo!
I'll clap for me.
Well, that's good, because you get to go first. First up, he's a gamer, a pet owner, and he curates Canada's largest fidget spinner museum. It's Mattshea!
Right. What's up? What's up? I got a good camera today. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I am a robot.
He's gonna make sure he's a robot. He won't freeze up like robots do, though. He's well oiled today.
Oh yeah.
So Matt,
what, buddy?
Other than oiling yourself up, what's your favorite life hack?
Favorite life hack. Oh.
Yeah.
Man, you sprung that one on me. You didn't give me any time to think about it.
That's the point. If you're a robot, you don't need to think.
Here's how to not get sunburned.
Oh?
Stay inside.
Wow. That is great info. That's a life hack from Mattshea, everyone. Don't see the sun.
You're welcome. Just don't sell my ideas, please.
Copyright, trademark. You got it. Next up, he's on Twitch. He's on YouTube. He's on this show. It's Criken.
Hello. It's me, Criken. I'm on the show.
Hey, Criken, our reptile extraordinaire.
That's me.
How much can you bench, bro?
Not a lot. I'm skinny.
That's our lizard. That's our lizard for you. That's robot lizard and weight and ease.
I mean, that's
all.
Ears.
That's all.
Are we talking about my ears? I wish I got the life hack question, because this is a life hack. My headset's broken and it's like weighing on my ears and cutting into them. So I tucked some toilet paper behind there, and now the blood goes on the toilet paper, not on the headset. So
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was part of the design until you turned to the side. I just thought it had like a weird little wing on it or something.
Yeah, it's like was it Apollo, like the messenger, like the Greek messenger with his little winged boots, but it's a headset for me because I'm a millennial gamer, hence millennial gamer.
Well, now we know how you cut your ear.
Dude, are we fidgeting? Are we fidgeting?
Can we pan back to Matt?
Fidgeting.
Let's have a fidget off.
Is Matt fidgeting too? Oh boy. Well, okay.
I'm spinning this fidget so hard, dude.
Oh my god.
There's so many sizes.
What are those alien beasts? Mine's still going.
Well, I mean, we got this little ball here. We got.
Is that the modern day Bop It?
Yeah. Flick it.
There's
slide it.
So much fidget in there.
Flick it again.
Okay, we're gonna let those two fidget. We have a newcomer on the show. It's his first time here. He's a gamer, a musician, and he spends 80% of his waking life covered in kittens. It's BryceGames, everyone. Hey, Bryce.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good. I spend a lot of time. What was that?
Do you have a fidget spinner to play with on camera too?
I do not. I've never bought a fidget spinner. I feel very left out.
You download a fidget spinner app so you can at least participate a little bit.
Maybe I'll get that later on in the show.
Yeah, I don't have a fidget spinner either. It's okay. We'll leave those two Neanderthals to it. Bryce, so if you're new to the show, we ask everyone a starting question to make sure they're as off balance and uncomfortable as possible. Are you ready for yours?
I like being off balance and uncomfortable, so I'm all in.
Good. Here you go. If you could safely do this, would you leave everything and everyone behind on Earth to colonize Mars with 100 strangers?
No, there's no internet on Mars. Why would I go there? What is the point?
Well, fair enough. All right. Just turn down an all-paid expenses.
Dude, you could literally talk to everyone on the entire planet. You don't need internet.
Yeah.
That's true, but would I have kittens there?
Yeah.
They could be one of
Can
the
kittens go to
100.
Mars?
Yes,
I'm asking the
say
important
yes.
questions here.
What if everyone else was a kitten?
Go to Mars with 100 kittens? Yeah, I'm all in for that idea.
Okay, well, there we go. 100 strange kittens, and Bryce is in.
I just want space cats with like little astronaut helmets flying around.
It's like
they would die.
Cat.
No, that's my dream. Space cats.
Should have worn my Space Cat shirt.
We are off to a very strong start with our fidget spinners and space cats, everyone. I'm very optimistic.
Oh,
so what's new, guys? Anything new? E3 is now concluded, I think. VidCon's coming up. Anything interesting that you guys are looking forward to?
I don't know. I went to E3. Anyone else go to E3? Matt, were you there? Or no, are you in LA? I don't remember.
I wasn't there.
Okay.
Nope, just you. You were the only person at E3.
Well, there were games and a lot of people. That's
yeah.
That's really about it. So.
You're so enthusiastic all the time, Criken. I love the enthusiasm. There were games and people.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I mean, there was more people this time than games, which is new.
So,
well, not really.
But did you did you like more? Did you like the people more or the games more?
I didn't talk to the people. I talked to the games. So.
Oh, did the games talk to you?
Oh, they talked back. All right. Yeah.
Okay, good.
We have.
That's why he's got the toilet paper on his ear, because the games were a little bit.
That's how he hears the games.
Oh yeah. My antenna.
The games.
It's not actually toilet paper. It's advanced technology to filter in only game speak.
Exactly. People are boring.
Wow. Well, I guess that's a good opportunity to start our robot scale here. So for those of you who already know, you can start voting for our initial starting points. For those that are new, I guess I can explain this. We have our scale here on the screen, and we are going to rate our contestants on this scale all the way from single cell on the left to omnipotent on the right. We have our single cell organism, our reptiles, Neanderthals, humans, cyborgs, androids, and omnipotent AI. Where's the best place to be on the scale? I have no idea. I don't think anybody does. Being a robot sounds kind of dull, but being a single cell organism sounds like asexual reproduction, and that's about it. What else do you do as a single cell organism?
That's boring. I hate that. I never do that myself.
You never split into two to make two Mattscheas?
No, I don't do that. That's disgusting.
What if you could put one in a box and control? No, we're not going to go there.
Inside
Black
jokes.
Mirror could stay somewhere else. It's not. It's just part of the show.
I mean, I would duplicate myself if I could. I need someone to edit for me. Come on.
We did talk about a pre-show, but it seemed relevant. You're right. I brought in something bad. That's why I'm not on the scale. It's because I'm always so far to the left that I can't make it on. That's not a political statement. That's a robot scale statement for the record.
If you could put a version of yourself into your computer to do all your editing for you, you would do it right.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I wouldn't even give a crap. No empathy from me for that guy. Just get in there and do my work.
No, actually, I wouldn't. I have an editor who's much more talented than I am, so having a second me, I would know it's still crappy work being done.
Yeah, that's fair.
But would you put a version of her in your computer?
You'd have a lot of time to do it, man.
I don't know. Putting a version of her in the computer seems like some kind of slavery. That just seems bad.
Sounds kind of creepy now that I think about it.
Yeah, if you're putting other people in your computer, that's just kind of weird.
All right, if you say so.
Well, okay, Matt. I'll let you. You be you, Android.
I want you in my computer.
Here we go. I'm looking at the ratings here. Oh, it Burns thinks Criken's going to dominate all. Killer Species says Criken's a reptile. Navison Gaming says Matt's a Neanderthal. Everyone wants to
do it.
Bryce is a cyborg already? Okay, I guess Bryce is a cyborg.
I'll start a Neanderthal.
I don't know what that means, but I'm happy about it.
It means you're basically human, but you were injured or something, and now you got robot parts.
I'm a superhero. I'm going to be in the new Justice League movie. It'd be great.
Oh, I didn't know that. Congratulations. Look forward to Bryce the Cyborg coming soon in DC movie title.
DC movie title. That's my favorite one.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a good one.
All right, I want to be a Neanderthal now, please.
Yeah, Matt's got to be bumped down one to Neanderthal, and I guess that's our starting rankings.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I like it. I think this is good. I think I'm ready to win. Let's go.
Everyone always wants a kitten.
Okay. Yep. Up a little bit. There.
You're like a Neanderthal with like a little bit of crossbreeding with the lizards. Like you got like a.
You got like some scales. Yeah.
That's good. Leave it.
A Nescalderthal. No, that doesn't work. I tried.
Well,
let's move on to our first segment before the contestants have a chance to judge me for my bad joke, shall we? Cool. Yeah, there we go. We got away from the robot scale. That means the floor is mine for a moment until you all interrupt me and take over. We're going to start with our gaming news quiz, which is the kind of warm-up round. Basically, I'm going to ask each one of you a question based on this week's gaming news, and we're just going to go in the same order that I introduced you because I'm lazy, and that's how it goes. So each one of you get a question. Matt, you're up first. Are you ready?
Yeah.
That's too bad. I prefer when you're not ready. But let's go with it for it anyway. Which classic video gaming company will be releasing a new console for the first time in 24 years?
Yeah, I had to try. I failed. So.
You're very enthusiastic about that, though.
I just wanted Sega. I just wanted Sega to release a console.
Didn't Sega release something like?
Okay, why don't we get the whole question, and I'll give it one more try. Redemption, let's go.
Redemption question.
Which classic video gaming company will be releasing a new console for the first time in 24 years?
Classic console. Nintendo's been doing a lot of it. Sony's got lots of them.
For the 24 years.
Who made consoles? Atari.
Atari is the answer. You get 1/10 of a point. Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you.
Atari's latest game console, the last game console, the Jaguar, was discontinued in 1996, but no word yet regarding what the new console will have under the hood. Some fans are speculating a PC console hybrid, while others are pragmatically expecting a throwback bundle similar to the NES Classic Edition. That's kind of cool. A PC console hybrid. Would that just be a PC?
Isn't that just the Steam box?
What does a console have that a PC doesn't? Isn't it?
Atari already has a bundle you can buy, like Bed Bath & Beyond. They have them. This is a box that has Atari games in it.
Bed Bath & Beyond makes consoles?
Console already a dumbed down PC, so what would combining the two make?
So it's like a low-end laptop
console.
Yeah, it's like a $20 laptop that you found at your Uncle Joe's apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, I found in Uncle Joe's apartment.
We don't talk about Uncle Joe. I shouldn't have brought him up.
Let's not talk about Uncle Joe.
All right, so it's the Atari. The Atari was the answer there.
Yay.
Nice job, Well, Matt, for you, that was really well done. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
For you, is that good?
You're welcome,
Thanks, buddy.
Criken, are you ready to get your question wrong?
Yes, I'm ready to get it wrong.
Well, that's too bad, 'cause you're probably going to get it right. Attendance was up 30% this year compared to 2016 for what recent event?
E3.
There you go, the one that you were at. And no one else
saw a lot more people.
You counted. You're like, man, this attendance is up like 30% this year.
Well, they opened it up to the consumer badge. It wasn't industry only, so like everybody and their mother had like a badge this year.
Did that make it like insane and less fun, or was it better?
Yes, it was less fun.
Insane and less fun.
It was like
kind of.
I could rant about E3 for like an hour, so we probably shouldn't get down.
That's all the time we would have, so we'll have to do that next. We'll do that on the after show.
Yeah, okay.
68,400 people lined the halls of the Los Angeles Convention Center last week to celebrate gaming's biggest event. The increase in crowd size was associated with the fact that this was the first year tickets were sold to the public, causing long wait times for demos and the convention to open its doors 15 minutes early due to potential safety hazards. So not only was it less fun, it was also more dangerous. Yay!
Yep.
Dumb.
I was at like the Nintendo booth, and like you literally had to like fight past people, and it was like all in like the new Donk City branding. So it's like they're playing like happy songs, and there's like a bunch of cosplayers everywhere. Everyone's like just like fighting their way through to get to the Nintendo lines.
Just like scowling as you walk. Not that that's one of the new Donk songs, but that's the only happy song I can think of.
What's a Donk?
You don't know New Donk City, my man?
I don't either. I was just trying to fit in.
It's the new hot spot in the new Mario game. You know?
Oh,
that's the city that takes place in.
We're just testing
with the humans in it.
With humans that you can possess and like make them cheat on their
strangely
their
like 3 feet taller than you.
That's what I do when I play.
Very confusing.
It's a strange world.
Wait, taller than Mario or taller than Luigi
Oh.
too? Because Luigi was always pretty tall.
Yeah, but Mario's like
We don't
half
talk
his
about
size. Like he's like this tiny little weird misshapen plumber that's going around and like possessing normal humans, and then like running them around and stealing their
Tiny little
401ks.
misshapen plumber.
It's pretty
He is.
strange.
Scary.
Terrifying.
He was
looking.
exposed to a lot of radiation in Peach's castle. On that horrifying note, Bryce, are you ready for your question?
I guess so. Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. This will be one that Criken knows the answer to, but you probably won't.
Awesome.
Announced during E3, which upcoming Nintendo release will feature co-op?
Co-op. Upcoming.
A Nintendo release featuring co-op.
What did they say they were gonna have? I mean, I know there was Mario Odyssey.
You could stop there and think about that one.
Does it have co-op? What?
Hey, just say Mario Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
Nice work. Yeah.
I definitely
I
didn't help
knew it. I was so confident in that answer.
Inspired because the Nintendo Switch features 2 controllers out of the box. Players who control, oh, that said crappy, but it says Cappy, will be able to fly around, collect items, and control the camera. Perfect for players who want a stress-free play session without the fear of getting hurt. Cappy will be invincible and aid Mario with teamwork. So,
that's kind of cool. So you get to like move the little hat around. That's kind of neat. I like that.
there you go. So Cappy. What a creative. Don't you just like cringe a little bit now that we're older and we see names like Cappy and it's like so there was a boardroom meeting where they got together and they're like, we were thinking this hat should be named Cappy.
Yeah. It's
a
a cap.
And then everyone's
Well,
like,
what are
oh.
A nice
get
funky
it.
name we can call it. Cap E.
Yeah,
Yes,
these are
yeah.
executive decisions that are made. They're like, I like where your
Although
head's
I'm a-
at, Johnson. Keep up the good work.
I'm a fan of New Donk City. I don't know who came up with that, but they're like, what about New
Donkey-
York City? But we just
Donkey
put a
Kong.
D in it.
Put a donk on it. That's
Yeah.
a song.
Oh. Yeah, let's just take a sip of water and forget that one. That's cool. I kind of wish I'd kept up. See, we were gone for E3, so I kind of didn't get to keep up with any of it. And I've not gone to research it, so I have no idea what's coming out. I'm just depending on my friends.
I don't care about games. I only play like one game at a time, so whatever.
Did you
Is that
just
true?
break the cardinal rule of being a gaming YouTuber?
Yeah.
Basically, I only play Battlegrounds outside of YouTube.
And your fidget spinner.
I actually put Overwatch to the side and I said I'm getting chicken dinners and that's what I do.
Chicken dinners are pretty fun, pretty elusive.
I've never gotten
Gandalf
chicken
Monkey said that Cappy's a
Got
better
3.
name than LordMinion777.
3, wow.
I can't argue with that. I didn't have a boardroom to help me pick out my name. That was just the terrible idea of one young, naive, innocent, brilliant, handsome man.
Wow.
I'm talking about myself.
After
You guys
naive.
Just in case you didn't pick up on.
And humble too.
Yeah, very humble. Also alive.
Humblest guy in the room, and he's in the room too.
I'm just trying to make myself feel better.
Let's move on. Is there more questions? Can we get some more questions up in here?
No, but we can move on to gamify the news.
Okay,
which is
let's
yeah.
probably
gamify the news.
crazy, fun, insane part that makes me cringe the most.
Okay.
Bryce, you've not been a part of this yet, so
I have
let's
not.
go.
No.
You've never designed a game with us.
Here we go. For those of you that are new out there, and for Bryce, we're going to play Gamify the News. And this game will give you a real-life news story that you'll turn into a pitch for the next great video game. You guys will be judged on the main character, gameplay, plot, any cheat codes, Easter eggs, or DLC, and the title. You're all working together on this to create a game, and depending on your different contributions, at the very end, I will probably deduct points, but there's a chance I might reward if you guys do a good job, but that doesn't happen. So
We don't do
I like the
we
confidence.
don't really give points here. We just kind of take them away. So I'll go through what you guys need to contribute so you don't have to memorize all that. But we'll start with our first news story. Create a great video game here. and Criken will build them after we're done.
That's the rule. I have a long backlog already.
I was gonna say, speaking of which, should we be seeing some of the production from the past episodes at this point?
Yeah, I got like 4 teams juggling this, man, and like it's a nightmare. Every time I come to this show, I gotta make a new one. It's like, ugh.
Hey, let's pretend that this is run by EA. Spit out all 5 teen by tomorrow.
All 5 teen will be here by tomorrow.
Thank you.
5
you.
team games.
Round 1. 3 men arrested on suspicion of grand theft of avocados worth $300,000.
I thought they were illegally selling them.
Well, I'll let you know more as I read it right now.
All right.
The men who work at a produce processing facility were taken into custody after investigators discovered that they were selling avocados for cash, unauthorized from the company grounds. Authorities are encouraging anyone who suspects they may have purchased avocados illegally to contact the Ventura County Sheriff's Department immediately. So yeah, they were stealing and selling avocados.
I'm not even ashamed of this. I would buy discount avocados from some shady guy because I love avocados. I got a half one in my fridge. I ate half this morning for breakfast.
So if you've stolen
avocado,
Mattshea is a willing customer, everyone.
We just got like the guy in the trench coat pulls it open. He's got like avocados down the sleeve. He's like, "Hey, you want to buy some avocados? I got some
guacamole, kids.
You want some guac?
You want a little guac?
So that's the game. Is that our game?
I think that sounds great to me.
Walk and guac the guac.
So it's like Grand Theft Auto, but your character doesn't have any weapons. He just has a trench coat that he opens up to sell avocados.
Guac of shame. We'll call it guac of shame.
The guac of shame.
Oh no.
You got to try not to get caught. You're selling avocados, you flip open your thing, but you do it to the wrong person who's an undercover cop, and bam, it's time for the guac of shame.
Okay, so now it's like a mafia style game where you start off like selling 1 or 2 avocados. You're trying to build an enterprise of illegal avocado distribution.
Absolutely. Yes, like it's got to be like adventure capitalist, you know, but with guacamole, with avocados, which will probably be made into guacamole, you know, or put it on some toast or whatever you want to do with it. But sell those darn avocados.
Well, I'm a little confused. If you take the avocados and you plant new ones, are those also illegal because they came from an illegal one, or does that new avocado become legal again because it was like made naturally? What makes them illegal?
If it was born in the U.S.
At what
point, a citizen or something?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like if you're an illegal immigrant, but if you have a child in the U.S., that makes them a citizen. So this new avocado should be legal. So maybe it's like it's a laundering game where you're getting illegal ones.
I think that an avocado is alive after
avocados.
Conception.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
And it's its own avocado at that point. Okay.
We are walking the line right now, aren't we?
There's a debate to be had as to when does an avocado seed become illegal? If you take it out of the avocado, you just took this out of an illegal avocado you shouldn't have. But if you put it in the ground and it sprouts a little avocado bush or whatever they grow on, whose avocado is it? You know, is it whoever owns the property?
Are these questions going to be part of the game, or are we just going off on like a moral?
I think this is too philosophical at this point. How about we just try and sell some avocados? You get caught, you go to jail. Guac of shame. Done.
All right,
I picture like one of those flash games where you have like the people walking by you and you have to like click the button to like open up your trench coat and then like people will come up and buy it. But you have to be careful of like the cops or like undercover people who are walking down the street. And you gotta make sure you shut your trench coat and don't let them see that you have the illegal avocados.
I think even better.
Yeah, kind of like that.
We can go off that and have you have to spot which of the people is an avocado eater, and then it's like you're like spotting the millennials and you're like, that's definitely an avocado eater. And so like as they swap by, you're like, whoa.
That guy's got a man bun. He definitely eats avocados.
Exactly.
Are we gonna have any Easter eggs or DLC in this game?
I would say you definitely want to have skins for your guy. You know, what's the name of that game where you run around flashing people? Something exposure, intensive exposure. And in that game.
Can't back
in that game, you run around, you open your trench coat up, and you show yourself off to people. We would just be selling avocados in here. You know, we wouldn't be naked, but very similar. They had skins. You could be Harambe and show your banana to people.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Humongous was in the game. Like it was. There's so many pop culture references.
That sounds pretty good.
And we
Maybe
need
a
some
skin.
too. I want to sell
oranges.
illegal avocados to Snoop Dogg. You know.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Yo, you looking for some
Walk
green?
of Shame coming to some kind of device sometime soon.
All platforms. We're developing it on Unity. We can cross platform.
I may pass on developing this one. I'll be honest. This one did not capture my.
Okay, Bryce, you got to develop this one.
Okay, I got you, man. Don't worry.
All right.
Awesome.
Coming tomorrow, Walk of Shame, designed by Bryce tonight.
Wait, it's Game Jam. You got like 6 hours, dude. Get out.
Yeah.
It's just gonna,
Jesus.
Well,
it's gonna be like a
save the rest of the show.
Microsoft Paint animation at this point. It's gonna be terrible.
It's
You know
gonna
what?
be
That
just
sounds better
Photoshop.
than 90% of the games we come out with, so we'll take it.
To say nothing.
Like the PewDiePie, the YouTuber high school thing. It'll just be like that. It'll just move around. And,
Yes.
Do you want to buy avocados? Yes, I'd love to buy avocados. Oh, buy my avocados. These avocados are illegal. No, they're not.
That's
There's the
actually what
game
Matt
right
does in his
there.
free
That's the
time.
whole game. All right.
They're
let's go on to
calling
round
me
2.
crazy. I think it's time to move on. I think that's a good game.
Yeah, I
Walk of
think
Shame,
so
buy
too.
it. Buy it.
Our next game is going to take us to the outer reaches of space. A worm grows 2 heads in space, surprising scientists. Here's some more info on that. Scientists have long known that planarian flatworms were able to perform fission, dividing to form 2 distinct individuals after being segmented.
Fission?
Fission is what they have typed
Fission.
here. Maybe it's supposed to be fission. I don't know. Spelled here Frission. Maybe I'm just making that word
You're
up.
probably right.
Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah,
But
Fission
apparently these
is
flatworms are able to, like, if you cut part of it. So if you have a worm and you cut part of it, each segment grows into its own worm and is able to continue living, is what these do.
Yeah, it's fission.
But when they sent a group of these to the ISS, the International Space Station, they were surprised to find some part of space travel affected the worm's ability to regenerate, causing the worm to regrow 2 heads instead of 1. The effect lasted for over a year and may give researchers valuable insight into how cells are affected by space travel. So I guess they segmented one of the worms, and instead of just healing back normally, one of them sprouted 2 heads.
So it looks like... So it's like a worm fidget spinner at this point. What is happening?
Yes. Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
They're millennial
Beautiful.
worms. They
They're
eat avocados,
millennials, of course.
I would like to
Yes.
offer a title suggestion.
Okay.
Okay.
Head to head, like head number 2 head.
Oh my God, Matt's on fire today. Yes,
I know.
He is.
I'm all in.
I'm always on fire.
So what's
I
our
don't extinguish.
gameplay then? If the title's head to head, what's the game? What are we playing? What are we doing?
I'm still wrapping my head around this fact. So like, if you send worms into space, they start budding, like they multiply, like their
I don't
head
think
is
so.
able
I
to.
think they cut one in half, and instead of healing into 2 separate worms once it was cut in half, one of the segments grew back 2 heads instead of just 1. So it had to
That's
heal.
crazy.
but the
Maybe it works
healing
for humans.
process-
Have we ever
yeah.
tried cutting off someone's head in space?
I haven't personally. I don't know what goes on
Yeah.
up there.
Why not? What has science been doing? We have all the answers. We just need to go there. I think
We're
that's
very
the game.
short on volunteers for those kinds of missions, I think.
Yeah, well, maybe someone should step it up. Be the first
Cut
Maybe
my
we
double
have
head
space
into
traveler.
sponsorship. We can do
pieces.
useful things. Go back to the days of like running experiments on prisoners and that kind of thing,
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
Yeah, the good old days.
There's the game.
Good
We have a
old World War
scientist
II.
experimenting on space things in space.
I don't actually
all
know what kind of
all
game
I can think
So
of is just
see
like
what happens.
I could think of like a space station being overcome with like worms that learn they can cut their own heads off and grow and like basically duplicate that way, and so they're all like helping each other out, and they're like ranging around a little mini like guillotine, and they're sliding in, and they're like splitting their heads off, and they're going off and making new worms, and
So
you
it's
end up,
kind of like
like,
that
taking over the
Flash
space
game. Did you guys ever play the Flash game, The Visitor, which was like that little worm that had to like go into different creatures
Yes.
and like it grew based on what
with
it
the
would.
cat's butt.
Yeah.
When the cat's
Kind of
butt.
like that.
yeah.
Okay.
Or you could do it from
Yeah,
like
that's
the human
what I was gonna
perspective,
say.
where it's like you show up to the space station after this happens, and it's like literally just worms everywhere, and you've got to like, solve the mystery. What happened to these people? Why are they
Two-headed worm
worms?
alien isolation.
Mm-hmm. That sounds pretty cool to me.
And you're head to head against these two-headed worms, and maybe your only way of countering them is to cut off your head and grow two.
Yeah, at the end, you are faced with a guillotine, and you're like, do I live life as a single head organism, or do I, see the other side? And
I got a question. If you grow two heads, after you cut one off, do you have two necks with two heads? In that case, could you then cut the two heads off and then have four heads with four necks?
Exactly.
And then you keep going until you are a million-headed
of flowers.
being.
Yes,
For the sake of this game, I'm gonna say sure.
I mean, Matt, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got to figure out the rest of the game.
Oh, good one.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I always thought you were a little bit two-faced, but I think I'm starting to come around.
Oh, puns are only fun when I make them. They're not fun to listen to.
I'm so sorry.
Bryce, what about any DLC or Easter eggs that you want to add? What else could we do in this game?
DLC or Easter eggs? I mean, I would like to see at least bosses who have even more heads than just the two. They have found a way to get rid of more heads, and it's just this Hydra being this worm with just heads everywhere. Sounds moderately terrifying, but yeah, that'd be cool.
The Hydra DLC. Okay.
One of them, they're all cutting off their heads, but one of them's like, what if we cut off our butt? And then they get two butts.
And then they're just basically
the
legs
boss
and they're walking around.
Yeah, you counter him and he's only got one head. And you're like, what's up with this one? He's only got one head. He's not that bad. And he turns around and it's just ba-boom, and worm butt everywhere. And you're like,
ba-boom, there's two butts in your face.
Hydra's got back. Oh, no. Yeah, multiple cheeks, so it burns multiple cheeks. Well, I think that's pretty good. Do we have any, I forgot to ask, do we have any artwork from our two video game creations so far? We have Guac of Shame and what was the title of this one? There's Guac of Shame right there.
That's beautiful.
That's it. That's exactly what we want right there. Avocados with a cop. A tree. An avocado tree.
Is that a tree with an eyeball?
Eye? It's got eyes and a nose and a
Maybe
mouth.
that's an avocado and it just looks like a face. It looks like a face.
Personified avocado. Okay, I dig it.
Is this man large? He looks like he's standing above other people.
Yeah.
Are those parking meters?
A movie poster.
It's like that Star Wars Episode 4 poster where it's Luke on the front with his saber, and it's just zoomed way in on him and then showing the other pictures kind of as part of the image, I think.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, it's good.
It's beautiful.
So there's Guac of Shame. What was our worm game? Head to head.
Head to head.
Head to head.
It's just fidget spinners everywhere.
Yeah, the artist got bored and was like,
"That's the game."
Well, at least he only makes one and copy and paste.
But everyone would pay for fidget spinners.
He knows what the audience wants.
Oh, there's our Hydra worm.
I don't look very happy.
I'm glad we got the heads and not the butts. I'll at least say that.
They all look so sad.
I don't know what worm butt looks like though. Is anyone else?
I don't know. That one third from the right looks like
it
just
worm's butt. I gotta look that up. Worm butt. Worm butt. Oh, there's a YouTube video called Butt Worms. Can't watch that right now.
I don't think that's what you want to watch.
On that note, I think we
should
move on to round 3 very quickly.
Okay, I don't like any of the things that I found. Do not look up worm butt on Google. There's way more butt worms than worm butts.
I found not good stuff.
I really tried to move on faster, but I couldn't move on fast enough. I'm so sorry, everyone. Round 3, which has a little bit of a twist to it. So in round 3, I'm not just going to give you one news story. I'm going to give you 2, and you have to make them into one game. So, yeah, I know, real complex stuff here.
That's easy, bro. I got this.
Story number 1. Chinese scientists will grow potatoes on the moon. The potatoes will be sealed inside a mini ecosystem as part of the Change E4 mission due to launch next year. and will be sharing a small cylinder with silkworm larvae as part of a series of experiments.
They're back.
The goal is to see whether the insects and spuds will survive on the lunar surface, and the end result will yield important insights about the viability of a future human colony. So, potatoes on the moon with some silkworm larvae.
Yum.
Story 2. Family places want ad for new nanny, or family places want ad, so like a help wanted ad, for new nanny after last 5 have fled their haunted home. The parents, who were gone on business up to 4 nights per week, mainly because they're scared of their own house probably, felt the need to be as upfront as possible, stating that the reason so many other nannies left the position was because of strange noises, broken glass, and furniture moving. They're offering 50,000 pounds, I think, is like a little L symbol. Is that pounds? You guys know?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was correct. I got you, UK. 50,000 pounds per year for the right person. The want ad describes the home as a lovely, spacious, historic property in a remote spot, and doesn't include apparently the death, destruction, and hauntedness. So there we go. A haunted house that needs a nanny and potatoes on the moon. What's our video game?
I was thinking like a Harvest Moon kind of thing, where you're literally on the moon. I guess we could call it Moon Harvest. That wouldn't be a big deal, right? We call it Moon Harvest.
Oh my God.
So we got Moon
Harvest.
Harvest.
These titles.
Yeah, so you're on the moon, and you have to you have to harvest your potatoes and your worms. And you know how in Minecraft at night the creepers come out? Well, it's haunted. The moon is haunted. Sorry. Sorry.
You were just a babysitter gardener going to the moon. Little did you know it's haunted.
I think we could do like a crossover with the last game with head-to-head where like, you know, after the worms took over that spaceship, it crashed on the moon, and like over the years these like two-headed worms developed, you know, the ability to live without air on the moon, and they became like the dominant species there. And so when the scientists come to plant their potatoes, they find it haunted with like, you know, Tremors style, like these like terrifying two-headed worm beasts, and some of them are ghosts apparently, and
some of them are ghosts as well.
Yeah, so you gotta.
I think it's a bit complicated to bring them all together, but you do you. If you want this, we'll do it.
I mean, I'd like to think that the ghosts are actually the humans from the spaceship. Those are the ghosts. They're also on the moon.
Okay.
And then the worms are there. So that's where the ghost comes in. There are ghost worms. That's a little far-fetched, but
yeah, that's
the other stuff. The other stuff I'm with.
Crazy. I'm sorry. Don't know what I was thinking.
Okay, so the worms are trying to grow potatoes, and they're being haunted by the ghosts of the scientists?
I mean, that wasn't what I was going for.
And the only way to get the ghosts to go away is to flash them with your worm avocado suits.
I mean, they're just millennials. They want avocados. There's no farmer's market there for them. Yes.
Oh, boy.
That's legit, dude.
This is happening. Okay, this is actually happening. What's the title of this abomination?
What was it? Not Moon Harvest?
Oh, Moon Harvest.
Moon Harvest. Okay, Moon Harvest.
Moon Harvest.
Yeah.
So hold on. I'm going to change up my idea a little bit. What if the worms don't want to do the work and they can't? So they need the scientists. But the scientists are millennials. The only way to attract them to the potato farms is to flash them with avocados. So that way they're encouraged to come
pay them
over and help
$15
farm.
an hour.
Yeah, and they get paid a ghostly wage.
The ghostly wage.
Moon Heart. What else can we add to this? Is our main characters are just like
add.
nobody in particular? What about our cheat codes, Easter eggs, or DLC?
Low
Like,
gravity
potatoes
mode.
could
Wait a minute.
No.
Low gravity mode.
Normal gravity mode. On the
Normal
moon.
gravity mode.
We're
Dude,
gonna have
this
Earth
is so
gravity,
crazy.
yeah.
It's the moon with Earth gravity.
Look
Freya
at it.
would
More like
play
a
it.
jump.
Freya
It's
would play
crazy.
it. We have at least one person, 2 people. Jackie would play it. Clara Smith's like, don't know if I'd play this. But Jackie
Clara,
and Freya are
play it.
on board. Burns says it's the best game of 2017. Rurito was curious enough to play it. We've got some people interested in trying out Moon Harvest, not trademarked or copyrighted. The avocado flashing 2-headed worm farming simulator.
I'm just imagining like the box art is like, you know, So like there's like the surface here. There's like a little potato coming out of it. Underneath it, like the potato spud, like roots go down, and then underneath that, there's like two-headed worms, and then above that, there's like ghosts. And so it's like this spectrum of like, you know, things you gotta face off against. It's like I gotta make my potatoes good, but also gotta deal with these worms and the ghost scientists. There's a lot.
Goat scientists or ghost scientists?
Ghosts. You can have goats too if you want.
I'd like them to be.
I mean, let's throw some goats in. Why not?
Yeah,
yes, I think goats will help this sell better.
We can have a goat simulator crossover. It'll be great. That'll be part of the DLC.
Moon Harvest goat edition. It's a game of the year. You know, goat.
I got you.
Goat year edition.
Goat of the year. Yeah.
Goat year edition. Moon Harvest.
We can get Gautier to do this.
I appreciate
the pity clap.
Modest applause.
I'm glad. This is the first time I think we've had all three of our games combined into one.
I did not advocate for that. I think you guys kind of just took.
For the record, I think it's a terrible idea.
We're all avocados. Advocator. It was a bad pun. It was a bad
Don't
pun.
even.
Do we have any art of our Moon Harvest game being worked on here?
I wouldn't.
Killer Species says throw goats into the mix. Oh, it burns goat buttworm edition. No, that's not. Okay, there's our two-headed worm. They're farming potatoes. We have this nice starry background. Ooh, is this one of our goats? Nope, never mind. There's nothing there.
Earth.
Yeah.
I think this is one of our ghosts.
Oh, or not. It's a balloon.
Oh,
it's a trash
It's a ghostly premonition. I don't know of what, but something.
It's a ghost
floating
scientist. It's a corn husk.
I'm so confused.
I think it's a ghost based on, everything we've talked about.
Ghost. He's got glasses. Kill him.
He's got glasses and a pocket protector.
Our ghost scientist.
Fantastic.
Oh, no. Maybop says more like awkward cado. Ha. Thanks.
Ha. Avocado, don't make fun of us.
I can't. I didn't even get a drunk. There we go. Oh, there comes one of our
the devil. Are you making the devil?
Goats.
The devil's.
Oh, that's the goats.
Yeah, goat.
Oh, space goat.
Everyone knows the devil's actually just a goat.
Yeah. Have you seen The Witch?
We spell it. Can we have like a ghost simulator,
Maybe.
but it's spelled Goast?
Is The Witch the one where people are in like some sort of like rural farm thing? Okay.
Yeah, with like a forest.
I saw part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then something comes and takes a baby.
Yeah. Black Phillip.
Ghost Simulator, also called Moon Harvest Goaty.
Oh, that's also a fun name.
Edition.
Doesn't really have potatoes or, it's okay.
It's okay.
This was a tough one.
Moon Harvest Goat of the Year edition.
Yeah, this one was kind of rough. Trying to combine those two.
Hey,
Ghost Simulator, Harvest the Moon.
Fidget spinners! Everybody's happy.
We got more fidget spinners.
Well, thank God, guys. I was starting to miss them. God.
So who wants to design that game of the three of you?
Not it.
I'm not doing that.
Matt, you're up.
You
get to make that one.
Okay, here we go.
What are you doing?
Here we go. He's doing it.
I don't want to know.
It's all happening in his mind.
He's making it right now.
I guess we should go into our robot scale here and figure out where everybody ranks after that. So, audience, I desperately need your help right now.
Please,
I'll take myself out of the running right now for my terrible jokes.
Please help us.
We have to figure out where people rank based on their contributions to these games.
I need help.
Criken is a toaster lizard. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but I like it. So I guess we'll put
think
Criken
that sounds like a
on the middle
cyborg lizard.
torso.
Yeah, I'm down
Criken
for
on
that.
the torso of the lizard. Put him riding the lizard's
Can you
back.
quick
He'll
just
be the toaster
cut the C in
lizard.
half and move half of it to the cyborg and half of it on the lizard? Very easy. Just, you know,
I don't know if we
quick.
have the technology to cut you in half.
All right.
We don't
fine.
have blades here.
Put me in the lizard then. That's fine. That's good enough.
I want to be a psychic vampire.
I'm an Adam. That's a cyborg. Where in the world? Who's even Jackie? Where did you get that from? Bryce is a
Thanks,
kitten.
Jackie. Yeah,
So I
that
guess
sounds about
Bryce
right.
goes down. Bryce goes down by the feet of the human to be a kitten, I guess.
Yep, I'm a cat. Yeah.
Criken's the savior of mankind. Where are you guys getting your information here? That's a Samsung Galaxy. Criken's a toaster lizard, and Bryce is a vacuum cat. That's helpful. Well, I guess that's where everyone's ranked right now. That's where the votes came in. Toaster lizard, kitten, and Matt's just a cyborg. So,
Okay.
Not the rankings I would have expected, but they're the ones we have. That's what happens when we allow audience participation, everybody. Good job. Yay, applause.
Hey.
Yeah.
Good job, everyone. You guys did great.
Before I try to
next?
even think about wrapping my brain around that, let's move on to our last segment. We're already to the last segment, guys. It's here. It's come quickly today.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Hey. Go on, Matt.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Wade
Fake
looks like he's in
news
so
is
much
a-
pain.
Fake news is a big problem today, just like Matt's jokes. But
Thanks.
we're going to give you guys more of it.
Wrong.
We're going to be doing player versus pop culture here, where I'll give
Wrong.
each of you guys 3... You okay over there?
Wrong.
I think
You're
Matt's
giving him fake news.
malfunctioning. He's one of those
That's,
cyborgs we need to retire.
I am the captain now.
Like on a loop.
So here's 3 news stories. One of them is true. 2 will be false. Your guys' job is to pick the one that is true. So you guys need to kind of just trust in the process here. Except for don't trust each other. Only trust me.
Got it.
Okay?
I trust
Good.
you. I trust
All
you
right. So
totally.
I won't steer you wrong other than twice out of every 3 things I say.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Here's
that's
my
good. That's a
trustworthy
good-
award-winning smile.
Aw.
It looks so good.
Thank you. Thank you very
I
much.
want to kiss that smile.
After the show.
Okay.
So we got 3 different rounds here, 3 stories each round. Let's pick it up with round 1, youth truths. Not to sound like an old man, but I am one. But not to sound like an old man yelling at kids to get off his lawn, but teenagers these days are rude, disrespectful, and need to get off my lawn. I'm reading this, I swear. I'm not actually this old. Which of these stories about out-of-control adolescence is true, and which 2 are trying to cheat? I don't know what that means, but we're going to go with it. Here's story number 1. Teens in Houston throw a massive 30-minute party while parents go grocery shopping. A
30
huge 30-minute party. Story 2. Teen police volunteers steal LAPD cars and patrol Los Angeles. Story 3.
Wrong.
Teenager in Maryland caught skateboarding on highway by holding onto cars. So we have
Totally
the
realistic.
skateboarding teenager holding onto cars, the
Wrong.
police volunteer stealing an LAPD car, and the teens in Houston throwing a massive 30-minute long party.
So one is right and the other 2 are wrong.
Yes,
that
one
true,
of
Matt?
those
That's the way-
stories is
okay.
true. Which one of those
Okay.
3 is true is the question. And you guys don't have to agree. You guys can pick your own or work together however you want to do it.
Matt, are you confident about that?
Account about what?
You said one is true and the other 2 are wrong.
Yeah, that's how the game works.
That's a.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant literally the first one's true and the other 2 are wrong.
Oh
you're-
yeah, that is how I feel.
Okay.
I think that it would be cool to have a 30-minute party. I mean, 30 minutes is a
30-minute
long
party?
time, dude. You know how many drinks you can drink in 30 minutes? How many songs you can dance to? Several.
Maybe 3 or 4.
Got it.
Unless they're 3-minute songs, then you can do 10.
Yeah.
well,
just-
That's true.
Let's get a DJ in here, and then he can mix those 10 songs into a nice 30-minute mix.
I've
have to have,
actually
like-
seen people do the skateboard car thing. Like I've seen it like in traffic. I've seen people do it. Like I know that's a thing. Like I've had friends who have done it. It's not a good idea, but it is a thing
on
that
the
happens.
highway specifically though. You've seen it on the highway or just on roads?
No, not on an actual highway though.
Okay, this is on the highway for this story. The Teen Police Volunteers LAPD cars is story 2. Story 1 was the massive 30-minute party. So which one do you guys think is true?
I'm gonna go with the skateboard highway.
Skateboard highway for
300.
Criken.
Yeah.
For 300, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce.
300 points on the line for Criken.
What was the middle one again?
The Teen Police Volunteers steal LAPD cars and patrol Los Angeles. So teenagers volunteered to be police, or volunteered to help the police, and they end up stealing their cars. Was story 2.
Sounds really realistic.
It does, but I like the idea of a 30-minute party. It just sounds so stupid that I'm gonna go with number 1.
Okay.
Like I want it to be real.
The one's in it. I got number 1. I already locked that one in.
All right. Number 1 is not it.
Dang it.
Criken, you're also wrong. It's the police volunteers stealing LAPD cars.
Damn it.
I just thought that one sounded way too realistic. You know, like that happened for sure.
It did. Teen police volunteers steal LAPD cars. Yeah, the 30-minute party. I'm sure that's probably something like that's happened, right? It had to have.
Yeah, but it's just not newsworthy. Who's going? What was the parents going to call the cops and you know?
Did they make an entire movie like 10 years ago about like a massive party? Like those kinds of things.
That happens like every year. There's
a
like
movie about a party. I don't recall there ever being a movie about a party.
Okay, you know, I'm just
I feel like a movie like that would be super bad.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I tried. I'm just too slow today. I'm too old for this. I'm just too slow to beat Matt away from his jokes.
That's okay.
3 teens in a program for those who may want to become officers used a sergeant's name to sign out stun guns and radios and drive police cars right out of the station house parking lot, eventually leading to a wild car chase ending in crashes. The teens were arrested on suspicion of vehicle theft and other charges. One was wearing a bulletproof vest that had been taken from a police station. So, I mean, they went all out. They were actually in a program to become police officers one day, and wow.
Definitely helps your, trust of police. Like,
doesn't this make you wonder, like, what you were thinking? Like, you go into a police station, you volunteer for this, so they've got your blueprints, they've got your fingerprints, they've got like your ID, they've got all this info. Man, where are those 3 police volunteers? Also, where is our bulletproof vest, stun guns, and police cars? I wonder if there's a correlation here. Like, what do you think was going to happen? What do you think?
I get it. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Must have been fun, though.
Well, congratulations, guys. You were all wrong on the first round. Proud
Thank
of you.
Wait, wasn't it the second round? Am I losing it here?
That was the first one.
We're on to round 2.
We've done a lot of these. I've done. What is this? My 4th time on Are You a Robot?
This is at least your 30th time here on episode 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Round 2. Science fictions. Technology is advancing at a rapid rate, and if we're not careful, one day your coffee machine is going to flip the script. Which of these stories about the singularity is true, and which 2 are a bug? Story 1. An artificial intelligence developed its own non-human language. Story 2. Scientists discover a supercomputer independently created a contingency plan for an Earth without humans. Story 3. A misbehaving Amazon Echo locked a New Jersey couple inside their home to keep them safe. That reminds me of Rick and Morty. Keep summer safe, for those that ever saw that one.
That last one just sounds way too realistic.
A misbehaving Amazon Echo locked a couple inside their home.
Can you give them control of locks? You can do like everything with it, right? I guess so.
Wasn't there a movie like that, like Smart House or something, and like the house like took control of itself? Like they were in like some high-tech house and like everything was automated, but the house had its like own feelings and decided it was like in love with a person or something. It was very weird. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe you guys don't know. I don't know. But it's sort of your autobiography. That's my life, actually.
House movie.
I'm gonna go with that
Smart
one.
House,
I think
1999.
Smart
A teenager wins a fully automated dream house in a competition, but soon the computer controlling it begins to take over and everything gets out of control. Then Ben, the teenager, calms down the computer named Pat, and everything goes back to normal. That was the entire synopsis in the IMDb description. Damn.
Yeah, Bryce was on that. Now this Amazon
House.
Echo just locked them in. That's all it did in this story, but nonetheless, I guess it's along those same threads. So we have the misbehaving Amazon Echo locking people inside, the supercomputer who created a contingency plan for an Earth without humans, and the artificial intelligence who developed its own non-human language.
Smart House. Definitely. Locking it in.
Smart House for Criken, okay.
I like Smart House too. I'm going with that one. That was good.
Double Smart House. Matt?
First one.
Non-human
Final
language?
answer. Non-human language.
All right. Well, the supercomputer who independently created a contingency plan for an Earth without humans is false. So either Matt is right or Criken and Bryce are right.
Yeah, they're not right.
The artificial intelligence which developed its own non-human language is right. Matt, you got it right.
Yeah, I read the article.
Damn it.
Cheats.
He cheated.
I like how he's just like, I wonder what it could be. And then he's like, yeah, I read it.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, dude, I heard about this. They use a non-human language. It's not really a language. I don't know. It's not as crazy as it sounds, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
So
like it's made out of programming anyway.
What happened
so.
here. 2 chatbots using Facebook's Messenger system, which were designed to learn how to negotiate, surprised researchers when they diverted from the script. It turns out chatbots are quite good at negotiating, even using strategies like feigning interest in something valueless so that it can later appear to compromise by conceding it. However, they got so good at negotiating with each other that it led to a divergence from human language as the bots developed their own language for negotiating. So I guess they were just kind of going back and forth trying to negotiate with one another, and it got to the point where they tried to get so efficient at it that they developed an entire language just based on negotiation alone.
Yeah, so it was probably like a sequence that meant feint, and then a sequence that meant like concede, and they just like kept alternating between those, even though they weren't saying anything like recognizable. That makes sense.
I like to think it's more complicated than that, but you're probably right.
It's not, buddy. It's not more complicated. You just don't understand it.
It's just like above.
Okay,
what you
Mr.
could
I just
possibly
read
understand,
articles,
so.
get questions right, whatever.
Okay,
Read the
confession. I
headline.
didn't read the article. I just saw the headline somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew it was real.
All right, so I don't know if Matt can even get a full point for that because he knew the answer going in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
Well, maybe he's omnipotent because he already knew the answer. I don't know. I guess that's up to the audience.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm just a series of ones and zeros.
Based on the bad jokes you tell, it's possible.
It's mostly
But we
zeros.
still have one more round of player versus pop culture to figure this out. So,
All right, PvP.
audience, let's see if you guys are smarter than these three. If you guys can get this one right, are you guys ready for your last hurrah here?
Oh, I'm ready.
Hurrah!
Let's do it.
All right.
Crap,
I'd like to see Criken and Bryce get at least one of these questions right. So,
Thanks,
All
buddy.
right, man.
Doing
Call
my
me
best over
out.
here.
let's see what happens here. Round 3, American folklore. Americans are stereotyped as loud, ignorant, and arrogant, and we're damn proud of it too. America. Which of these stories is true, and which two are tall tales? Story 1. American tourist on vacation attempts to sue Iceland for not having McDonald's. Story 2. World's largest monster truck demolishes an Applebee's in Texas publicity stunt. Story 3. Study finds 48% of Americans don't know how chocolate milk is made. So chocolate milk,
cows,
monster
right?
truck, suing Iceland for not having McDonald's. Yes.
I'll let the others answer first.
Everyone knows
They
it's the
make
brown
chocolate milk.
cows. Come on.
I guess
course
you
they
just
do.
put chocolate in the milk and then it becomes chocolate milk.
That's
Okay,
silly.
listen, you're not an American.
It only
Matt. You
comes
don't
from
understand how
special
things
cows, man.
Brown cows.
So we have the chocolate milk, the monster truck demolishing Applebee's, and we have the American tourist suing Iceland for not having McDonald's.
What do you guys think? You guys go first.
I want to go with the American tourist, man. I don't know. I don't. You obviously can't sue, but he tried. Is that what it is, or?
I'm.
I mean, you
I
can
am in
file a
agreement.
case. It's just typically it's gonna be thrown out if it's seen as frivolous. But you can file a case thing.
Yeah.
like
So I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
I could
so Matt,
sue
you're
you
going
because I
story
don't like
one?
your shirt. It's not gonna mean anything.
Story 2 or story 2. Wow. Criken number 2. Criken, you're just story 2 to me today. Criken, which one do you think?
Thanks. I think it's number 1 as well. I think it was the crazy
Okay.
tourist.
And Bryce?
This is your chance to possibly tie it up with me, Bryce.
I have legitimately met a woman who thought that it came from a brown cow. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the chocolate milk one because that I can believe it.
48%. Oh,
48%. Yes.
Oof,
All right. It is not the American tourist.
Oh no.
Okay.
The world's largest monster truck demolishes an Applebee's is also not it. So Bryce, you are correct.
That's right.
48% of Americans do not know how chocolate milk is made, according to a study.
I gotta get
When
it.
the Innovation Center for U.S. Dairy issued a survey, they found 48% of Americans don't know how chocolate milk is made, and a whopping 7% thinks it comes from brown cows. Researchers weren't surprised. They've been saying for years that Americans are ignorant about their own eating habits. The co-founder of nonprofit Food Corp says, "We still get kids who are surprised that a French fry comes from a potato." There we have it. There's our chocolate milk.
It's a cow eating chocolate, and then it's chocolate milk comes right out of the nips. That's good.
Oh,
I love the expression of the guy's face, like, is this? How is this made?
Hey, this chocolate milk looks quite good, buddy, is it?
Is it real
Maybe.
chocolate milk? Is it from the brown cow?
Maybe I should just drink regular milk and eat the chocolate like the cows do.
I'm assuming this study takes children into consideration too. Like it has to be a good percentage of kids too, right?
Let's hope so.
You'd like to
let's
think.
Let's hope that
Yeah,
at
but come on,
least
there's
like
gotta be
20% of them are young.
There's got to be trolls saying, "Oh, I'm gonna say that it comes from brown cows."
That's possible too. Yeah, I wonder if how many of these studies take into that into account, like people that just want to watch the world burn and intentionally don't try.
I don't know.
Well,
It's hard to say.
it is. But you know what's not so hard to say? Where you guys rank after all of this? So we're gonna bring back our scale. Audience, we need your help here. Bryce and Matt each got one question right, though Matt previously knew the answer. Criken, who is perennially our reptile, is probably about where he belongs. I think he intentionally throws these Play vs. Pop culture questions. I don't know. I'm starting to catch on a little bit.
I like where I'm at. I like the lizard.
Bryce is a fish.
Okay.
You're either a fish or a cat. The audience is torn.
I think I got to be a cat. Space cat, man.
Where Matt was. Matt is a 1 and 0, but specifically a 1 as he will always say one more pun. A 1 and a 0. I don't know where that
was
fits.
I think that's the omnipotent AI. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, 1
Get me up there,
zeros.
dude.
Yeah.
Get me up there. I'm in it today. I am killing this.
I mean, he did know the answers ahead of time. Well, one of them. He got 2 wrong.
He named
though.
like all the games. I'll give him that. He was on point there.
You did,
Dude,
yeah.
I know how to name
Is it
games.
Unicorn. Bryce, what is it with everyone voting for you is voting for something that doesn't even exist on this scale? What does that say?
Because
I don't live by my own rules, man. That's what it
no
means.
scale can contain Bryce. Okay.
Well,
I'm
he's
just
gone.
off the
There
scale.
goes
Just throw
Bryce.
him at it.
I'm playing my own game somewhere else.
AI and Bryce. Is
I don't
a
want to
unicorn
see
that's
his face
good.
ever again.
Awesome.
Bryce is a Furby, says Gandalf Monkey. Ooh, la, ooh.
Oh gosh, freaking Tattletale. No. No.
Mama's coming. Oh, there's our crocodile. We have
It's
part
back.
of has a crocodile because
Oh my
he's
god, it's got a
always-
little ear thing now. It's perfect.
It's got ear tissue.
That's so
Beautiful.
cute.
It does. It has the tissue.
Oh no.
Our lovely crocodile. Oh man.
It's beautiful.
I'm happy
I don't
being
know what it
crocodile.
means. Oh, because he's a lizard. Yeah.
Because I'm a lizard person.
Mm-hmm.
Are crocodiles
There's-
reptiles?
Yes, they are indeed. I can confirm as one myself.
Okay.
Well, that's our ending standings, everyone. That's our show. I guess we'll wrap it up by letting everyone kind of say where you can find them if you still want to after witnessing this. So, Matt, why don't you lead us off? Tell us who you are, where people can find you.
Hey, guys, it's me, Matt. You can find me at twitter.com/Mattshea, Mattshea. Names down below. Also, follow me on my Pixo page, mattshea.pixo.com.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt, for being a part of the show again. Criken, our other veteran, where can we find you? Okay.
I'm on Twitter at Crickmaster. You can find me on YouTube, Criken2, and on Twitch, just Criken. So.
Crickmaster and Criken. Thank you very much, Criken, our lizard man. And last but not least, except for maybe, he could be, I don't know, Bryce. You survived one episode.
I have. It was certainly an experience, but you can find me BryceGames on YouTube and Bryce McQuaid on everything else. So, pretty much it.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for being a part of Are You a Robot episode 13. Stay tuned for another episode coming next week, same time, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific. I'm Wade, LordMinion777. You can find me as that. Minion777 on Twitch. And I don't know what I am on everything else, because people always steal my name. Stay tuned for next week, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Until next time, goodbye, panelists. Goodbye, audience. See you guys.